Imwa. No. Everywhere now. Zambia Imwa means dog. Zimbabwe means dog. South Africa means it's either one and the same.
Yes, once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. Live commentary between Caesar CHANDIGA and ELIOT CHIKWEPA is starting very shortly. Tag a friend to tell a friend to come and enjoy this one.
Ronald versus Marvin Fonda. Ronald versus Marvin Fonda. Ronald Mutikan. Ronald Mutikan versus Marvin Fonda. Right here. Here. Ronald Mutikan. Ronald Mutikan. Marvin Fonda.
For us, the team streaming this tournament, we are really not having it very easy with finding space to even place our gadgets, especially for these early rounds. It will get better, of course, in the next rounds, but right now it is not easy. That's why at times the viewing position, at times we place the camera quite far away from the table, then we zoom in the pictures a lot. The picture quality, of course, is affected, and even when it's affected, it still affects other games where, because it is 16 tables all being used at once, a double elimination tournament involves two match pool, especially in the losers bracket. Should you be beaten and drop to the losers bracket to qualify and go to the latter stages to go to the prize bracket. It takes a lot of effort. You play a lot more pool. It is Elias CHIKWEPA, nicknamed Mambo, taking on Caesar CHANDIGA, nicknamed the Scorpion. It is Zimbabwe versus Uganda. Once again, being the first life, they are racing to 9 for a place in the round of last 32 in the winners category. Definitely, Caesar starts off as the favorite for this match, and in my opinion, he's the favorite for the tournament in its entirety. An African competition that doesn't have any competitors from South Africa will have Caesar as a starting favorite. No doubt about that. He would be one of the favorites also. Even if competition from South Africa was there, it doesn't mean that he is winning. He will have to play to his best, because these players, some of them live to beat a player like him. They train to beat a player like him, so they put in their best game when playing against a player like the Scorpion. Being impressed by some of the players from Malawi who are competing in tournaments like this one for the first time. It's a long time since they last competed in African competition, and they look impressive. A guy whose name I'm yet to discover did beat Glorious Senyonjo in quite impressive fashion. Other games ongoing. We shall be getting updates between Joseph Kasozi and the Inspector. In the second life, I can see Abdallah Hussein on the table. I can see Royd Kabwe on the table. I can see Victor Sinyinza on the table. This one starts off slowly, the match, than expected. Both players not yet playing to their best. Most especially Caesar, not very characteristic of him, being given 2 chances to see off a frame, which is not looking so bad comparatively, and still fails for now. Still 0-0. Caesar has been here for just around 16 hours. Arrived very late in the night. Actually, early this morning, he missed his flight. Maybe I wouldn't say missed his flight, which he had booked with Kenya Airways, because to the officials at Entebbe Airport in Uganda, he didn't warrant a reason enough to be granted a single flight without a return ticket, which he had booked. The reasoning is that initially he intended to proceed to South Africa after these tournaments in Zambia and Zimbabwe, of course, to take on some of the best players from South Africa in many matches and some of the South African tournaments. But he came to realize that he needed a lot of time before he could be granted a South African visa, actually 7 working days, which are in reality 9 days. And if he were to wait for being granted the South African visa from his mother country, he would miss this tournament. And yet he had booked for single flight, hoping to get a return flight from South Africa. So when he went to the airport to fly out of the country, he was not permitted to fly out with Kenya Airways. He resorted to getting a new ticket with Ethiopian Airlines, taking a longer route through Bole International Airport in Addis Ababa, reaching Lusaka at 2 a.m. South African time this morning. He was only able to sleep at around 4 a.m. Was the last player at the venue after having that much needed rest. But here he is on table through to the second round, and yet leading 1-0. Joseph Kasozi has been defeated by the Inspector, and he drops to the losers bracket. In the meantime, if you're just joining us, it is the second round of the first life of this ongoing double elimination comp happening at Billiards Cafe, Lusaka, Zambia. Venue run, by the way, by Zaid Monshi and jointly with Victor Sinyenza. The two working with the Zambia Pool Union. I can see officials of the Zambia Pool Union, especially the secretary, Tesfa, working together to host the African pool fraternity to this pool party. Only two players from South Africa of the usual suspects are representing, including Ishmael Matetwa. 1-0 Caesar in the lead. That little scoreboard on the bottom left of your screen, the scores on the left are for Eli and the scores on the right are for Caesar, who sinks in his penultimate yellow ball. For now, he will need to simply roll that white ball around the black ball. He almost fouled. He doesn't pot. You will fancy his opponent to go defensive as not just one of the options, but in my opinion, the only option. You will fancy his opponent.
This is Hamon Naisa. Isaiah Paulo versus Hamon Naisa. Isaiah Paulo versus Hamon Naisa.
Eli has decided to challenge not just his opponent but also myself. Initially, I saw no way he could be able to go for this game in attacking mode. He's proving to be equal to Caesar in the attacking sense of the game. And from the perspective of the neutrals, it will be lovely if he equalizes to give a very good competitive game to the pre-tournament favorite. He has become a humble star of the game, Caesar. His arrival even attracted media attention. Look at this shot, very lovely cue action from Mambo. He has a very determined face to give Caesar the game of his life. Simply needs to support this black, no need to do anything fancy, no need to risk. That is the miss. I don't know at times what goes into the minds of these players when playing against more senior players. You have a chance to equalize and then you just decide to play something fancy, not necessary at all. The white was very safe. There was no need to try and control the white ball and losing the target in that effort. And he is now about to be punished. Caesar is not to be given such kind of opportunities. When you have chance to kill him. If you don't, he will not forgive. 2-0 Caesar up. To put this one here.
Innocent Sami versus Timothy Onita. Innocent Sami versus Timothy.
At times, the choice of game reading of these senior players becomes a little bit suspect. Starting with the bank shot was the choice definitely for Caesar to try and ensure he gets a good white ball for the next shot, but when you consider the risk effect, you would probably think that he would have started with the surest ball to pot. Given his potting prowess, most likely he will be able to pot even the following ball, but it is what it is, and ELIOT now has opportunity to try and equalize. When you see the camera being moved around like that, it is because of the little space available in the middle of the venue to stream the games, as well as allow players to take on their shots as comfortably as they would wish. It will get better, of course, in the next rounds of the tournament, when there are fewer players left in, and of course fewer tables required. The space will inevitably increase. For now, we shall have to go the hard way. At least you are watching some pool.
Innocent Sami Tyson Jimmy versus Moses Mofia. Tyson Jimmy versus Moses Mofia. Moses Mofia versus Tyson Jimmy. Moses Mofia. Moses Mofia. Moses Mofia. Moses Mafia.
So the live match you are watching is now 2-1, as you can see from that adjustment. Caesar 2, Mambo 1. Mambo, of course, is a very good player from Zimbabwe. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, score is 2-1 in favor of Caesar, who is playing against Mambo from Zimbabwe. Mambo is on blue. Some space, eh? Stuart from Malawi versus Sole Matanga from Zambia. Stuart. Yes, Stuart. I'm okay.
Yes, it is Peter with the commentary in this match shall be interjected between myself and Basoka, commentator from Zambia. You are watching the second live in this first live in the second round of an ongoing double elimination African comp ongoing at Billiards Cafe in Zambia. Players on table: Mambo, ELIOT CHIKWEPA from Zimbabwe taking on Caesar CHANDIGA, the Scorpion from Uganda. 3 frames played, racing to 9. Caesar leads 2-1 so far, and I would say clearly not playing at his known level. Kindly bear with us at times when the pictures are shaky. It's because we are trying to create space It is 16 tables packed without space in between the arena to have streaming as well as playing going on. At times you have to just compromise with each other between streamers and players. 2-1, I believe the scoreboard is pretty clear. Bottom left of your screen, scores on the left are for ELIOT, scores on the right are for Caesar, who is playing to sink in the black for the third time in this match, and an opportunity to make such a clearance like this one will pretty much be a formality for this young man. Too much pull in the arena, too much pull. Expect a team event tomorrow between Zambia, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Malawi and Uganda. That one will have cash prizes for only the top 2 out of 5, if not 4.
So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, things are getting serious now. It's now 3-1 in favor of Caesar. As you can see as well, Mambo is not a walkover player. He's a very good player from Zimbabwe. So he's giving him a good game, and I can see Caesar upping up his game to make sure that he wins with a comfortable margin. So let's watch and see how it's going to end. Of course, if I were to call, I would call it in favor of Caesar. But you never know in the game of pool. What happens sometimes shocks everyone. Yeah, I can see you. Someone is complaining about the camera. We are having to adjust constantly because the space is very limited. There's no section exclusively set aside for media people. As you can see now, there's a player who's bumping into our camera. But please bear with us as we filter down to the maybe round of 32, who have less and less players on the tables, and you'll be able to get a very better view, comfortable view from wherever you are watching us, whether it's your sitting room or a bar, big screen, wherever you are. Enjoy the pool as we are bringing you the best. The video is not clear. I think you need to adjust your video because it's very clear on our monitor screens. Okay, those of you that are complaining that the video is not clear, you might want to try to maybe stop and start your stream again, because we are also watching on the monitoring screen and everything looks fine from where we are. So maybe it's your network speed or something else. Yes, Mambo is from camera is clear now. That's good. Thanks very much. So that's Caesar, as you can watch. It's now 4-1 in a race to 9. He is playing well. And his opponent, Mambo from Zimbabwe, scratches. Sorry guys, we had to adjust the camera there again because the players are complaining. We are right in the middle of the lion's den of poor players. Well, there was Caesar. As you can see, we had an intermittent disruption of power, but he managed to play his shot in the dark. So the score now is 5-1 in favor of Caesar. You saw that beautiful clearance. So the score is Caesar 5, Mambo 1. He is not giving him much of a chance. When he gets back to the table, Caesar clears. So let's see if he's going to do an apple for the viewers. Okay, so Caesar breaks and pots a ball. He decided to go with yellow. And it looks very, very tantalizing. He should be able to go through this one. Does Caesar smile when playing? He doesn't normally make a lot of noises when he's playing. He only celebrates when he finishes playing. He's a very composed player. He does not smile enough. Yes, we've managed to change the scores. I'm not able to leave where I'm standing. My assistant has moved away, so but Caesar himself has managed to change the scoreboard. Ziggy. So Mambo is trying to clear the blues from the table. If he does, he should win this frame. Let's see how he's going to do it. Sorry. I think Mambo overran that one a bit, but he should be able to control it. No, he's missed. It's Caesar's turn to revisit the table. I'm not sure if this yellow over here was not passing, so that's why he played to see if he can free it. It's not an easy shot, but it is portable. Okay, we saw there Caesar just missed this center pot on the right there. It was a very difficult ball, but he still leads 5-1 against Mambo, who should be able to record a win now. Oh no. Did he just draw that white too much, or is he able to pot it from this angle? We're not able to see, but I think it's going in. Oh my word. He did overdraw that shot to the point that it was almost touching the black. So Caesar is back to the table now, and there's a possible bank shot here. And he paused. There's Caesar for you with a very difficult back shot, but possible. And he just arm wrestles that frame from his opponents to make it 6-1 in favor of Caesar. Mambo shakes his head, obviously disappointed at that draw shot that he made. It's Mambo's turn to break now. The score is 6-1 in favor of Caesar in this race to 9. Yes, indeed. Hats off to Caesar for that shot. Ever composed. That shot gives you a lot of pressure, but he wasn't worried about his nerves. He was more worried about potting that ball. Yeah, I wouldn't say that Mambo is a bad player. He's one of the best players. When you're playing against Caesar, you tend to have some bit of nerves. So to be able to play Caesar well, I think you need to forget who you're playing. Just superimpose someone else's face on his face and play your game and enjoy yourself. But as it is now, it looks like Mambo is thinking too much about his opponent and making unnecessary errors that are getting punished. Bad boy.
Jonathan.
Sorry if you are obstructed, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, there's a lot of tables in close proximity, so it is possible that we will get your view obstructed. It's not deliberate. We are trying to tell them when it happens. Look at that shot. I don't think that's a professional shot from Mambo. As we are saying, maybe the nerves are playing on him. He made a very bad shot there, and he might not be going back to the table, considering that he's playing the Caesar man. Look at that shot, freeing the black and making sure that all balls are in play. Chosha Mulungu says, I'm sure none of the players want to meet Caesar. Yes, they would want only to meet him in the final because you have no choice. You don't want to meet Caesar, the Scorpion, early on in the game because you might get stung. As we know, he's got a very venomous sting. He is conquering the whole of Africa. It won't be long before we start watching him on the international stage outside Africa. Let's watch and enjoy this game. When Caesar is on the table, you really have to pay attention because he pulls shots that you least expect. And there it goes. Caesar a 7, Mambo from Zimbabwe 1. Yes, Caesar needs no introduction, but all of you watching now, if you don't know Caesar, you must be living under a rock. Because Caesar has been terrorizing for the past few months. He went to Kenya, conquered Eden. He went to South Africa, conquered him again. So he is one of the best players, no doubt. And we enjoy watching him play because he plays it flawlessly. Tennis Kanda versus Sanju Kanda. And Caesar breaks and ports yellow. Is he going with yellow? I don't know if he's got a clear line of sight for yellow, but he can go for any other ball. He is able to clear. So far, Caesar has not met any Ugandan player, which is good because they are all counterparts. So it's not nice to meet. I don't think you would want to meet a Ugandan, but if you meet them, this is a tournament. It doesn't matter. You just have to display your A game, because if you don't, you lose.
This is
Someone is asking, is Zozo playing in this tournament? I think yes, he is, and you're probably referring to Zozo because he is the one who upset the tables last time at the Holy Cup against Caesar. I was there, and it was sad for Caesar's fans to be knocked out so early out during the Holy Cup. But he's here. Remember, Caesar also got knocked out by Safe in the Muchana tournament in Kenya. So it can happen, guys. It depends. You make a mistake, someone comes, gets lucky, and you lose. As they say, you snooze, you lose. So you have to be at your A game when you are playing pool against these African pros. All good players, they don't mind whoever they meet as and when they are playing, but they do not look forward to meeting the most difficult opponents because it can go either way. But at this stage, you are very fortunate not to meet one of those good players early on. So if Ibra met Caesar, it will be a very beautiful match to watch. Neither player would want to lose, but both players will be serious about that game. Okay, we've just moved a bit here because this table is free now. Oh, it is not free. Sorry, we have to move back. Well, the scores are 7-1. If you can just look down to the left of the table that they're playing on, scores are being displayed and updated as and when they happen. So it is in real time, if you like. The score is 7 for Caesar and 1 for Mambo. Mambo is a player from Zimbabwe, and Caesar is a player from, yes, you guessed it, Uganda. So Caesar about to bank the yellow on the opposite pocket in the center. They missed, but can he get second time lucky? No. Surely now Mambo should be able to finish this. Well, I've just been reliably informed that the next game is between Caesar and Victor. That is a mouth-watering match. That's Zambia's number 1 versus, arguably, Uganda's number 1. I say arguably because Caesar has not yet officially been crowned Uganda's number 1 by the Uganda Pool Union. But Victor is Zambia's official number 1 by any count, and boy does he pack a punch. The scores 7-2 in favor of Caesar. Mambo has managed to pull one back. Mambo needs 7 games, 7 frames. Mambo needs to win 7 frames. Caesar needs to win 2 frames. So the scores on the board are Caesar 7, which his opponent needs in order to win this race, and Mambo is 2, which his opponent Caesar needs to win the match. We do not know the time yet, but the matches are being called almost shortly after the round finishes. So I would like to think that we won't have long to wait to watch that match. We'll try to speak to the officials to find out how soon that match will be coming on. And no doubt you're going to watch it here on Break and Finish, which is Peter Chobe's live Facebook feed. I am assisting him. My name is Basop. I live here in Lusaka. I also, like Peter, love pool, and we are bringing it to you live. Thank you guys for your compliments. We appreciate your positive feed. That is our payment. Your positive comments to encourage us to bring such games to you is all we need. Musenge Harrison Ngandu. He says he's watching us from Chilabombwe on the Copperbelt province of Zambia. Believe it or not, I was born in Chilabombwe many years ago. That was very close from Caesar. He nearly gave away 2 shots there because he hit that ball very lightly, and he wins the frame to go 8-2 up. The scores are Caesar 8, Mambo 2. So Caesar only needs 1 more frame to win this match. Shout out to you, spinner Shamira from Massachusetts in the United States of America. And then we also have Novik Chipo watching us here, not far from here, maybe about 40 kilometers in Kafue. We've got Nelson watching live from Ndola. Welcome to the stream, guys. Mambo is in trouble. Oh, he was in trouble from the beginning of this match, I would say, because it's now 8-2. He stands no chance against the man they call the Scorpion. Caesar's humility is the secret behind his success. Yes, he has humility, but I think his secret is that he knows how to stroke these balls. Caesar there was trying to get his breaking cue, which has been borrowed by one of his countrymen. So he has used his playing cue and has not potted any ball. We've got Robert to the power 3 watching from Saudi Arabia. Robert, welcome to our stream. I'm watching live from Kyotera, Uganda. That is Owen Grace. We have live from what looks like Australian flag or United Kingdom flag. Amadura Opicha, welcome to our stream. Break and run? No, it wasn't, because he did not use his breaking cue. Innocent is watching from Serenge, Zambia. Serenge is about central of Zambia. I don't get tired of watching Caesar. Can he just play all day long? Alone. It's not possible. It's not possible much. I'm here in Amsterdam, says Gustavus Kawonawo. Welcome to the stream. Fred Chelsea watching from Dubai. We have Gobela Bamba watching from South Africa, Soweto. Welcome, guys. Waza, I'm drunk but watching. That's the beauty of pool. You can watch whilst drunk and not fall off from your seat. We've got Herbert. Herbert is watching us live from Geneva, Switzerland. Oh, that's a nice place there in Geneva. I hope you are in, is it called Champel? So it's Mambo on the table. Mambo is lagging behind 8-2. and Caesar is back on the table playing blue. He only has one difficult blue, which is now checking to see if it has a line of sight to the bottom left pocket, which it does. So this is almost game over for Caesar. Beethoven Makadiera, watching from Harare, Zimbabwe.
Jonathan.
Rich Lubega from Kinoni. Robinson Matovu from Uganda. Someone should make a documentary about Caesar. That's a good suggestion. We'll see, maybe we can talk with Peter and see if we can do it. It'll be very difficult though, because we have to travel quite a bit to watch him play. But that's a good suggestion. Thanks very much. Louis Lawrence, live from Uganda, Buziga. Kelvin Melchizedek. That's a Bible name, I think. Watching from Kabwe. And I have a question for media. Yes, go ahead. Peter Stolle is watching us live from the capital city of Zimbabwe. That would be Harare, right? Yeah, I think it's Harare, not Bulawayo. Bulawayo is way off the center of Zimbabwe. So he's watching from Harare, the capital city of Zimbabwe. Lutaya, Kenneth watching from Kenya. Welcome, guys. We want to welcome all of you for this live stream. Let's see if we can enjoy the concluding of this frame. It looks like Mambo is about to win this frame to make it 8-3. 8-3 is the score in favor of Caesar, who needs just one frame to record another win of the day. 8-3 to Mambo. Well done, Mambo. You put one back. Let's hope you're going to take it to the wire. Very unlikely, but possible. 8-3. So, ladies and gentlemen, the score, as you can see, is 8-3 in favor of Caesar from Uganda. Mambo is losing by 8-3. Mambo is from Zimbabwe. He is able to pull back, but it's quite a big mountain for him to climb to take it to 8-8. I don't think anybody would want to bet on that one. If you're a betting person, you lose your house. Talking of betting, I remember one joke someone told to me. A husband gets home late and wife says, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And the husband says, I've been playing poker with some blocks. And she replies, playing poker with some blokes at 3 a.m.? You can pack your bags and get out of the house. And the husband said, so can you, sweetheart. This isn't our house anymore. He lost. That's what I mean. Unless you want to bet your house, which you are going to lose, this game is finishing as it has in favor of Caesar. Final score, Caesar 9, Mambo 3. It was like a hot knife cutting through butter, Peter. What do you think?
Mambo has better potential than he has demonstrated. He had a very bad start. Maybe he had some fear for Caesar. By the time he started putting up a fight, it was getting too late. And it is experience which cannot be bought anywhere. It has to come up with every round the player goes past every tournament. Because it's a learning curve continuing for him. He could have won at least 5-6 games, even though he had lost. So even though he would have lost, at least the scoreline would have been more respectable. But he had a very bad start given his early performance. I think that is why the scoreline was reflected as bad as it was on his side.
That's true, but Caesar gives us a very, very nice watch to watch. Because he doesn't play to entertain the galley.
No.
He enjoys himself.
He just plays the best efficient shot possible. He also has a benefit of what I would call some kind of home advantage. He really feels at home. He won more than a dozen tournaments here when he was playing from here about a year ago, and plus he's a darling of the crowd, even especially the Zambians. They really love him, so he really feels at home. He's enjoying himself.
That's true, and he's lovable.
Yeah,
because he's humble.
He's humble.
He doesn't celebrate before he wins
so much.
He
respects his opponents. Yeah, that is Caesar for you.
I remember watching him in the last match that you had, the National Open tournament. He was playing against Joker. The game he won 7-0.
Yeah.
His friend was on edge, and Caesar was just sitting there, not worrying about the controversy that was happening.
Exactly, that is Caesar for you. And by the way, he respects Joker so much. When he moved to Kampala, Joker is one of the guys who nurtured him as a player and respects him so much. So he owes him that respect, even when they face off. Of course, Caesar is now more lethal. He can even beat his master. At times, sports is not fair, but that's what it is.
No, that's nice. So we remain to watch the remaining games. As we mentioned earlier on, please stay on Break and Run Facebook page live, because there is another mouth-watering match between Zambia's #1, the one they call Buffalo. Victor Sinyinza, facing the supposedly Uganda one, yet to be crowned.
Uganda #1 in the waiting. That is going to be the biggest match of the tournament so far, and we can't wait. But in the meantime, we are bringing up that second life between Joseph Kasozi and Abdallah Hussein. Lots of unfinished business between those two. We wait to see that one.
Is that the next match on the same table that we've been watching from?
Most likely.
Because I can see the young man from Tanzania
He's already warming up and filling the table.
All right. No, so stay alive and keep watching the live stream. We're going to just break in transmission now. We'll be coming back. Please check in about 5 minutes.
Thank you very much.